Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we're back to the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. So, we are on the purest challenge, and I'm just about to fight Mom's Heart, or It Lives. There does seem to be a kind of major limitation when playing the purest challenge. It seems like it gives you a much smaller selection of enemies that are frankly a little bit more difficult. It seems to give you a smaller selection of items, things that generally just won't break you out of the challenge and give you a chance of actually succeeding. And consistently with the challenges, or at least half the challenges, it does seem like they aren't challenges really so much to make you actually succeed based on the limitations as much as they're challenges to just get a lucky run and re-roll your character and break out of the limitations. And so that's pretty much what I've done here. I got a very early guppy on this character, and I got a dice room 6 to re-roll everything, I believe. I have homing bombs, picked up maybe a couple of new items that haven't seen before. I've spent a lot of time on this. It's probably been two and a half, maybe even 3 hours of just starting over and over again. There's always that temptation at the front to here, we'll show off the homing bombs. There's always that temptation. I don't know if the bombs are actually at home or not. They don't seem like they do that much. Temptation to use the sacrifice room fairly early. I got very lucky with dark hearts and soul hearts. Got a trigger item that lets us attack enemies and do more damage, but actually my damage is fairly high, higher probably than even the 4 marks indicate. And yeah, I've just once again in a normal Isaac run become overpowered. The burnt penny, well, I don't think it's a burnt penny. I got this new trinket in the lower left hand corner that gives you a bomb every time you pick up a penny, so I have 43 bombs. I've had plenty of coinage, plenty of keys, just everything you would need in a challenge run, specifically since they aren't giving you items. So let's go in here and do this. Now, what will really suck is if I'm not warmed up and this still manages to let me die. Which can happen, certainly. So we need to throw a massive amount here. Oh, I got the brass knuckles, which the brass knuckles give you this 2-shot, which is one of the few times you have a non-tier based attack. It is kind of funny that all the enemies attack from their mouth, and yet Isaac attacks from his eyes. Or almost all the enemies attack from their mouth. So this just unlocked another rune. Yeah. And at a certain level, I just don't know if it really is worth it to show off a challenge like this when I could just as easily show off an Isaac run, which would do the same thing. We still are, I guess, let's see. At this point, I mean, you could do a Lazarus run, you could do an Azazel run, you could do a Blue Baby run. So let's try Blue Baby. We'll do a short attempt on a Blue Baby. We're pretty much running out of challenges anyways. And much like the challenges, Blue Baby starts you with a couple of things that are not really that useful. Like, if you could immediately or fairly quickly eliminate the left trigger item for a much better left trigger item, that might help. I should have left that on the floor. Yep. If you could gain a increased chance of soul hearts, so something like soul tract or Bible tract, yeah, that would probably be where you would want with Blue Baby. And see, when you get to repentance and the ability to mod, and I mean, even if that doesn't count towards unlocks, if you play a modded version of the run, there definitely are runs I could imagine you'd want to do where you just start Blue Baby with the Bible track. Of course, all of that may be locked behind having to do it legitimate first. And that might be kind of the weirdness with Isaac in particular. And I'm going to say also that I hope my audio is working here. So there's something weird with my audio going on. But yeah, most people would have unlocked a lot of content in Isaac as the DLC was coming out brand new, as it was in its highest peak of its hype cycle. So there may be a completely different experience to play Repentance as like on a totally new on a totally new save file, to the point where it may be way more difficult or less difficult. I think there is definitely an argument to be made that the original Isaac, before they started adding more items, is a way more difficult game. This is interesting, this layout where you could potentially try to get in very deep into these rocks and blow up a lot of them. Here we have the wafer. I'm not sure we picked that up before, but that is exactly what we needed. Like, with the wafer, we now have a damage resistance, which will help in a few ways. I guess the question is, when you get an eternal heart, does that go away when you have no red hearts, or does it go away if I take half a heart of damage on the first heart? It's not a situation you're normally in, but really it wouldn't have mattered, because the logical thing on this first floor would have been to still just go and use the pick it up after fighting the boss. We almost have enough coins here if we had another bomb to get into the store and buy a 15-cent item. And I guess we could go check. I mean, it's probably smarter to not do this. We still are hitting this point where it's going to be really difficult to put the remaining 696 cents into the coin machine. It's not an easy, quick experience, and I've potentially just played better since I had played Isaac already. Played so much better that I've beaten a lot of bosses, which, again, if you had been doing it day one, would have been way more difficult and required way more runs. Like, I'm trying to hit the little baby here, because particularly on the first floor, if you don't, ooh, we just have a straight up lock up there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop leaving Isaac running. Rebirth has some kind of memory leak in it where it gets tired. I've seen this with a lot of games. If you leave it paused and leave it running on PC for a few days, it starts running pretty badly, which is way less irritating than the games that just immediately run badly or somehow get worse and never get better. The Lego games are kind of an example of that. This might have to do with Windows 10 full screen optimizations, just Windows itself, like trying to make full screen apps run better and then pushing games and apps that are not that visually demanding to the point where they're creating 400 or 500 frames a second, way more than any video card can really handle, and just putting it into an overload mode, for lack of a better term, or an overdriven mode. Yep, it's pretty impossible to not take damage from this guy, and that guy was that version of the guy wasn't even that difficult. Like, I've seen much faster instances of Gemini babies. Okay, so we did take a damage and it didn't take away our Eternal Heart. That's cool. We got an HP up and that gave us a Soul Heart, and we get another HP up and that gives us another Soul Heart. That doesn't really solve the problem in the long run, like, because what they're effectively asking of me is for me to have a run where I take less than what is average for me as far as damage. Because I've never had a run where I've never taken any red heart damage at all, and it was only whatever soul heart pickups I got. Took me from the beginning to the end of a run. And unless there's something specifically that Blue Baby unlocks that would have to almost be more than just an item, it'd have to be soul hearts are more common now, just in general. I don't know what would fix this. And the wafer, I think, proved itself to not be permanently I don't think we picked this up out, but we had it in a challenge, so we'll pick it up once. Magnetic tears maybe makes them run towards an enemy. We'll go in here since we haven't taken any damage on the floor yet, and like, I suppose you go for a deal with the angel tract on this. Seems like he is being dragged. He knows how he's like slowly sliding towards you. Like that's not normal, I don't think. If Monstro has been slowly sliding towards you this whole time. Yeah, and if you had a balancing knockback with magnetic tears, which you probably want more knockback than you want magnetic tears, this is probably not an item I would pick up normally. Alright. So I'm gonna do this, all stats up and then shuffled. I'm gonna make sure I get all the poops in the corners. I'm gonna pop a poop here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna ignore the demon door. And we're going deals with the angel. We need protection. We need things that would give us a chance to not die. This is kind of a terrible room. Yeah, see, yeah, they're kind of going towards the tiers. Interesting. But then they kind of come towards you. So you can see where magnetic tiers would be helpful to get something away from you that you couldn't reach, if you like something that you'd have to fly to get to. But we do have... I should just move out of the way. Like, you have enough invincibility frames after you take damage to get out of a tight spot. You should do it. Not just stand there and let it hit you multiple times. One thing I learned is that if you have the Cards Against Humanity and you spawn poops all in the room, they will not spawn where coins are, which I assume also means they will not spawn where other items are. So if you're going to do that and there's a bunch of items already in the room, pick up those items first. Alright. We have enough keys to at least check the shop. And yeah. So here's the problem. I think about the best you could hope for is 5 coins. But Soul Converter potentially changes the game for you. Like, because if Soul Converter really works and lets Blue Baby suddenly have red hearts instead of soul hearts, well, then we are just on a regular Isaac run at that point. But can't afford it, and I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't work. I wouldn't be surprised one bit if Soul Converter literally just converts a soul heart into another soul heart. I'm also not 100% sure, although I would just assume this to be the case, that it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So if you have to convert 1, 2, or 3 soul hearts into 1 red heart, that's a expensive trade. So yeah, theoretically we could try something like this. For smaller items, it might get the item close enough to you where you could hit it, but I imagine for bigger items like this, you could never get a chest to come through a tiny edge. Not even enough to bring its hitbox close enough for you to pick it up. Right. See. And unless there was something special about one of these hitboxes in one specific corner, which it doesn't seem like there is. Yeah, it seems like you still can't even do that much. Well, that might get me to a deal with the Angel Room. But if we can just avoid trying to take damage and find the boss room first, then we'll use that as potential backup. Yeah, it almost feels like what this should unlock is a trinket that is something along the lines of poop sometimes gives you soul hearts. If it gave you a trinket like that at the very beginning, then yeah, that would be more believable. As far as doing a run like this. But I kind of feel like every time I've ever seen anybody play Blue Baby, they struggled with it a lot, and then they eventually just decided they didn't want to play Blue Baby anymore after they got all the unlocks unlocked. It is a character that is not as well thought out, in my opinion, as some of the later added on characters. It is just challenge for challenge sake. It is very similar to the challenge rooms or the challenges in that it is something that's almost like an obsessive idea more than a fun, like, tested gameplay concept. It's like weightlifting and just saying, hey, what if we added 10 more pounds? What if we added 10 more pounds? Yeah, you can constantly add weight in weightlifting, and to someone who's just obsessed with getting the number higher and higher, that might be interesting, but it's not particularly a healthy or well thought out idea otherwise. Alright, so now we're hoping there for a teleport to the deal with the angel room, but whatever. Remember, if we were gonna do a deal with the devil, then what it would do is trade probably 3 soul hearts for an offensive item. In a case here where we're not desperate at the moment for offensive items as much as we are for defensive, or something that's just game breaking, game changing. Yeah, it is so easy to take 3 or 4 hits if you're not warmed up. Also, we desperately, like, Dark Bum would be about the only thing you could get from this. Yeah, my damage is not terrible to start with. Alright, so we'll blow this up. No secret room that way. Golden key, though, unlocks everything on the floor. If we can get to it. I don't know if we have a trinket that would increase the rate of lock chests. I think there should be something like that, but I also wouldn't be surprised if there kind of just hasn't been anything like that. Because lock chests in a lot of ways are the worst version of chests because they're in the middle. They cost keys, give you barely more than what an unlocked chest would give you, and they definitely don't give you the red chest's equivalent of items. Yep, and we are nearly dead here. Okay. So, way better card item. That gives us eternal hearts, which means after each floor we could get potentially 1 heart back. We can't go in there. Probably wouldn't want to even if we could. If you could pick up hearts for charges, that'd be an interesting twist or trinket, but that too is not something I recognize. Okay. So what we want to do is buy a soul heart, buy a battery charge, or buy a bomb. We'll buy a bomb, we'll put it here, and realize we wasted our bomb. We'll go ahead and put coins into the donation machine. Battery charge definitely was an option there. We could have bought a battery charge and then hoped to charge it up more than once over the course of the next floor, which is not super likely to happen. I guess we have enough coins now to do that. So we'll do it. Alright, secret room. Or super secret room. Let's put a bomb here. Let's go find the secret room first. Can't be to the left or the right of this, can it? Which then kind of means it has to be over here, but it's not marked. Can't be over there either. That's weird. That is a weird place. Okay. So give us free entry into this area. Take another black heart stat. That was very good. Best result we could hope for. And by doing that and getting that early, that then lets us hope for a trinket and hope for soul hearts. And soul hearts ideally are what we're looking for. Per though changes a platform item, so we got to kind of take that with us. Means gotta pop that here and just hope that if a troll bomb happens, it would blow up both of them. No such luck. We wouldn't have used that guy anyways, so we could have put a bunch of more coins into the donation machine, of course. We want to get to at least Mom's Heart. If we can get to all the way to the cathedral and somehow win, that'd be great, but kind of unlikely. If we could get to the Lamb, Satan, Mega Satan, any of those might unlock something too. Now remember, we don't have a golden key on this floor yet, so we'll have to be fairly careful to wait. So ideally what we're looking for here is to not take damage first. Jeez. My damage is... The amount of damage I'm doing is too low. And see, these all have the little spikes on them, so if you can encourage the guy to walk on the spikes, that's great with the little magnet. Of course, if I walk on the spikes, that's a problem. Yeah. Wafer is not doing as much work as I would have liked it to. Sorry, hit the microphone. Yeah, and hitting that is not going to do anything for you. Okay. Here's the problem though. That's the one thing you don't want to change. To just drastically break out of the tier mechanic, and we may have magnetic lasers at this point. But otherwise we are in a very good position. Which is, I mean, there's still chances for other pedestal items on this floor. I don't know if there was really any reason to shoot that. So, like, ideally what you would want right now is a battery. There's not likely a way to get a battery. One bomb for a super secret room, which I have no idea where it would be. And I guess the question comes down to, is this floor gonna be more challenging or less challenging going forward? It's probably just gonna be more challenging, so we should probably just see if we can get really lucky with a deal with the angel room. Oh, speed up. I could have changed that. Alright, let's do this. Ortho changes that to that. Doesn't do anything for us. I probably should go for just HP up, and more HP up. If I could pick. Okay. Take this bomb. Yeah, there can't be a secret room there. Which means there's probably something closer to a secret room here. But no such luck. If I could gamble with that guy, the odds of winning of HP are low, but might be better than whatever's in the shop. So no secret room this way. Maybe a secret room that way. Trying to See if I can get these guys to blow up where the doors might be. Alright, well, let's just test. This definitely puts me in a weird position where I have to take out this big room, where ideally I would like to have avoided going into the big room. If I could simply have skipped this and had an Eternal Heart ready for the next floor, that would have been great, but whatever. With the technology, that seemed to work. Alright, so take out greed without taking any damage, if possible. Get a lot more coins. That leaves me with one bomb to get to the other beggar character. Also gave me one charge. But notice I am at one soul art. Well, we'll take how to jump first of all. And that'll save us a bit. Let's see. Down this way is a key, which we can jump diagonally to get. And then we can run this way. And we can jump diagonally this way. And we could have jumped diagonally this way. That was a quick payout. We can take the Bible, and is there any temporary flight argument to be made? No, I don't think so. So then we take this, we'll take the charge, we'll go this way, we'll go down this way, we'll see if we can bomb this. So I think our goal next floor is going to just be, as quickly as possible, get to the shop and donate 17 cents. Unless there's a 15-cent item or something that really makes it look like there's room for success there. Yeah, I have no idea what a super secret room would have been. On a floor like this, very possible that there isn't even one. Yep, and still no reason to take that deal. Yeah, it just feels like in this run, I'm not on the angel track. And it doesn't feel like there is a guaranteed way to get onto the angel track every time. We've got really big rooms here. I'm just gonna take the key at this point and the bomb at this point. You know what? We might as well just take everything. We won't blow up a bomb for a bomb, even though, honestly, there's no reason not to do that. Let's just do that. A guaranteed bomb, and blowing up 2 rocks is better than not blowing up 2 rocks. I was hoping that this path might lead to the store. Alright, so we're running out of options that don't involve going into a very large area. Yeah, unless there's something super lucky here, like, and we got a room that was a giant room that barely had anything, just like flies or something. It definitely feels like some runs you get a monster or enemy pool that's slightly different or slightly different prioritized, because sometimes I'll have runs where there's an entire floor full of flies. So, lots of times I'll have runs where you don't see any flies at all. This is an enemy that I don't see a lot of. Of course, that might also have a lot more to do with just champion level and challenge level. If you're playing at this point, you might just have a higher challenge to the point where flies would never show up anyways, because they are just too low level of characters. They show up on the first floor at most, and the first floor is so small the odds become less that you would see them at all. I didn't realize there were more of these guys still around. Of course, if they weren't bothering me, why come out and try and attack them first? Yeah, it really does feel like it's just easier to be over here. So yeah, 42 minutes to maybe unlock some more items. It's kind of not a great setup. Where I guess we're playing Isaac now. I didn't mean to hit A there, but whatever. And then it immediately tempts you to just go into the sacrifice room. Might as well blow up those rocks, even though they were unlikely to give you anything. I think that is something that Repentance kind of addresses. Is it feels like some of the rooms in previous versions of the game were, if anything, just kind of randomly generated and then added. That they don't seem to have as much of a logical flow to them or any real reason to exist. There's a lot of rooms where it's just the annoying spikes, which that's kind of something that's not in Zelda games, or definitely not in later Zelda games. You don't get into rooms where you can take dumb damage just from spikes. Well, I guess there's nothing else you can even do on this floor, so... How'd I leave a key? Well, I just left everything, didn't I? Well, let's just grab everything. Yeah. We could try to get to that chest, but it wouldn't be Vanguard turn of events. This might be the super secret room, since there's no secret room. I kind of hate Mom's Toenail because it can hurt you, but heck, we don't have any other trinkets, so we'll see if we can make use of it. It kind of hurts you if you're standing in a room that's empty. It doesn't happen that often, though, obviously. Almost took damage there. I don't know if there's any secret thing where you could drop a trinket in like a Deal with the Devil room, or any other kind of room. I know that besides a dice room, that might make sense. Yep. And that distracted me long enough to take damage. So I guess that is the other problem with Mom's Toenail. Halo on the first run, all stats up. Store with 4 cents. If we could get a bomb on sale, we could blow up that tinted rock that I just noticed. You know what? I'm just gonna drop Mom's Toenail here, just for the fun of it, and put in 4 cents into the donation machine and move on. The Halo probably does put you on an angel track, which is great, except for the fact that I'm gonna have to be super overpowered to take on Blue Baby or Isaac. And you kind of have to always be super overpowered to take on Blue Baby and Isaac. There really isn't a scenario where you are half damage and don't have some kind of modifier that changes your tiers drastically. Darn it. Well, we may not bother to go to the shop just for safety's sake. Let's see if we can get this one to explode. Nope, that wasn't even an exploding spider. Like, the medium-sized spider looks close enough to the large size exploding spider to confuse them. Go ahead and take that. In rooms like this, with your speed slow and jumping creatures, it really is just a race to see who hits you first. At least for my skill level. And yeah, we may be showing off that there is a just peak as far as skill level, enough that there would be potentially an argument against getting like Afterbirth and Afterbirth Plus and Repentance DLC if you struggled heavily in Rebirth. I guess we just go this way. Like, one key. No, we go get the item, obviously. Capricorn all stats up. Well, this is going well. But now we take it on because we have a bomb. Let's hope this is the super secret room. We come back, we get that Eternal Heart. Yeah, again, I can feel the character was pretty slow here. Having more characters spawn when you can't dodge the couple that are on the screen already is not helpful. And there's like no trick to this, so it's not a case that it's not a case like you can stand in one corner and not take damage or anything like that. You can totally get wrecked. And it's no surprise I didn't get a devil deal or an angel deal on that floor. But that point here, just 7 minutes in, probably is an indicator to just restart your run. Like, more and more you're trying to play on faith of something changing versus actual skill saying something would change. Yeah, there's just no reason to even shoot the fires, is there? Rebirth does give you enough opportunities to get lucky. So, unlike other games where you could probably strategize this out more and say, yeah, now is the time to just reset the run. You don't quite have that luxury here. So you have this trickle charge trinket item that doesn't do anything with the poop, but might do something with like Guppy's head or something more offensive. Just gonna go ahead and take all those. Yep. Probably shouldn't put the fire out if I can avoid it in a floor like this. There was one instance of a room I did during the Purist challenge where I walked into the room firing, it blew up a explosive barrel, and there was 2 nickels and 2 cents, and the barrel exploded before any of the coins had spawned and hit the ground, so that lost me several coins in the challenge, so it wouldn't have really mattered. Like, and that very well may have been the challenge, the run that won anyways, so. If I can get a bomb and a guaranteed soul heart, I should. These are not really the kinds of enemies that would walk on fire. I don't think we've had Sad Onion before, so we'll take it. Tears up. So we can't grab these. There's a whole bunch of coins all the way to the right. We may not have taken any damage this run. Soul heart, soul heart. I guess it was worth it to come in here and check that. Move forward with that. No bomb there. Can't get the coins there. If you get Stompy, that does let you push these and make bridges. And I guess if we could get deals with the devil, the odds of getting 3 guppy items in one deal with the devil is fairly low. But it's not impossible. Your better bet would be to get the flight deal with the devil item. If I could fly on this floor, that would definitely pay for itself for 1 or 2 hearts. Just too slow here. I don't know if there is a pedestal item that would come from a boss challenge that would give you flight. You definitely have a chance here where you're just going to end up getting to mom's heart and then run out of steam. More and more, that might be the way some runs end. And once you stop seeing new items, there's nothing you would be unlocking at that point. Like if you can never beat Mega Satan, if you can never beat Blue Baby, if you can never beat Isaac. I shouldn't have picked that up. That does then bring about the idea, though, of getting the DLC, because if you are stuck, if you're not a pro Isaac player and you are stuck at a certain point, getting the DLC potentially gives you more items, and more items gives you an increased or different chance of getting past whatever frustration point you're stuck at. But at a certain point, that is dangerously close to just pay to win DLC. And I wouldn't really make that accusation for Isaac's DLC, because there's also new enemies and new challenges and even more difficulty added in the DLC too. Whereas something that would be truly pay to win would be something that only makes the game easier and makes the suspicious feeling that they made the game artificially difficult in the first place to sell DLC. Which I don't think that's the case in Isaac. I think Isaac is difficult because that's what the creators wanted, is a real challenging game. And I imagine its audience, the Isaac fan base, would not appreciate Isaac, and there wouldn't be as big of a fan base if it had been a fairly simple game that people hadn't had to put a lot of effort and a lot of time and a lot of practice into. It's not like Isaac is open-ended enough like Minecraft to potentially gain an audience that way. Also, Isaac is definitely not family friendly like Minecraft, so you would have to work even harder to have a fan base in that case, in that comparison. I guess you take the lucky rock. Think I've already taken enough damage to probably not get a deal with the devil. This is a fast-moving husk, but not that much health. Speed and damage. We don't even have any bombs, so we don't even have to think about secret rooms, super secret rooms. For the moment, we don't have any keys. If we did have a key, we can go into the item room. We'll do some practice here, and then immediately stupidly walk into the spikes twice. I think your deal with the devil angel room challenges reset each floor. I think you start at 100% always. If there's a case where that's not the case, I'd be fairly surprised. No. See, if you do this, you'll blow up 2 rocks and make a bridge. And maybe... well, no, you would not ever have a chance that there would be a secret room there. If you do this, you'll make 2 bridges and not blow up any rocks, so... but arguably, you'd want to do that first. You would have wanted to get to the black heart first. I'm at full health and it wasn't open. The other one, I was at less than full health and it wasn't open. I don't think challenge rooms are ever open if you're at less than full health. You have to be at 1 hard health or less. Which, arguably, that should just be completely different art style on the doors. Just 2 challenge rooms. One that's a low health challenge room, one that's a high full health challenge room, so you could visually assert what it's looking for at a quick glance. Okay, so secret room is not above or below. So the secret room could be here. It's not to the left here. Good. So it could be here. Is there any indication? Let's see if this is the secret room. Alright. Battery charge for the poop. I mean, we'll take it if we have nothing else, but ideally we would have something else. Alright, secret room with no keys. Poop. The pills here, unless they were bombs or key, are kind of useless. Could be a super secret room up this way. Could be a super secret room this way. Could be a super secret room up that way. This. This. Last chance. This. I'm not sure what Judas's tongue does, but whatever. It's probably better to pull that off and play that way than it would have been to try and see if the pill was bombs or keys and get into that item room. So, yeah. That definitely could have gone better, which is, I guess, always going to be a refrain for any run, is that, yeah, of course it could go better. Yeah. Try and find the boss room without taking any damage. Judas's tongue might simply be a guaranteed deal with the devil challenge or trade. Or it might be a guaranteed deal with the devil or deal with the angel. Or it could have something to do with, like, getting more coins, since Judas was paid to sell out Jesus. It once again really highlights where the mod that just tells you what an item does for repentance is kind of the best mod you could possibly have. Like, that makes so much sense. Alright, let's get into a room with a boss fight, and then we'll pull this pill and see what it does. Oh, it was bombs are key. Wow. Oops. Well, then we missed out on an A item on the floor previous. Let's go ahead and get to another pill. And we'll try that in the next room we fight. It wouldn't hurt if there was kind of a visual indicator of something in the sacrifice room to indicate how much more you would have to sacrifice, or if what your chances are. It's kind of funny that we see slot machines, but we don't see like a wheel of fortune, actually an actual wheel spinning. There's the shell game that's shown in the game, but I should have popped those pills. Darn it, amnesia. Well, we'll remember that there are pills. There's no opposite pill, by the way, for amnesia that reveals the world. The closest thing you have is the world card. But yeah, I don't feel like this is a case where the cards counter everything the pills do. Alright, we need to get fairly lucky to find the boss fight before I take any red heart damage. Too late. Also, didn't really want to run into the boss without a pill, so let's go ahead and, nope, luck down. He is absolutely in the worst place ever. I guess you offensively then put a bomb there. And then he jumped out before the bomb potentially even hit him. So yeah, we now know that Judas's tongue does not guarantee you a deal with the devil. Tower in this room? Let's do the tower in this room. Yeah, tower, still not really a great card. What you kind of need is homing bombs to sometimes spawn, as instead of just troll bombs that lock on you, or regular bombs that don't lock on anybody. Alright. Alright. Go ahead and hit this. I guess you take a discount key. You probably take this, and you take that. Then donate one to the machine. Okay, we can now fly. If we need to fly. I'm gonna have to kind of wander around here to figure out where. That's not a challenging enough room to justify using the hangman in it. Hit this. We'll try and take on the challenge and see if we can get rewarded by the challenge with another item. You get basically one item every room, whether or not you take damage, it seems. Which is probably a good thing, because it would be extremely frustrating for players if they're taking half-heart damage in every room and then they're getting like no rewards at all. Nothing helping them. Alright, well. Clearly they didn't want to give me any deal with the devil, so they'll give us Krampus. Which, if we get Krampus's head on this, which is a decent chance of that. Then we have game changer there. Alright. Take that. Bye to the poop. Take 3 soul hearts. Did we go down this way? All the way? Yeah, I think we've been everywhere on this floor. Alright, we do have 3 bombs. So there could be a secret room here. Yeah, again, I guess it's not worth it to... Well, maybe it would have been worth it. Let's try this again. Up, down, go. I hesitated a little bit there. Yeah, the shop is here, so it could be here. Kinda can't be here. I could spend 2 bombs trying to get other cards. Oops. Right. Luck down. We know what those are, so... Telepills? Would that have helped? I don't even know if there's a cursed room in this floor. I found pills. Bad trip. Luck down. Hanged man. Yeah, I think it's just too risky. It's too risky to put a bomb here and hope that that is where the secret room is. Instead, we'll take the 2 bombs with us to the next floor when we don't have amnesia, so that we can try and plan it out a little bit better. Now we have to remember this is the mom's. This is mom, so we can't escape the room without a telepills or something, so we'll want to have Krampus's head fully charged when we get into the boss fight, so let's not waste it. I could grab that card for free without a key. Now we have split shot, which definitely, like, I think our damage is fairly high. Might be a secret room here, but we don't know. I'm just picking up everything on the floor immediately. Hanged man to gamble. That is a second option, certainly. Or bomb to gamble. And we kind of need the bomb here anyways. Oops. Golden key. Now unlocks all the rooms for free. Hanged man to get a bomb. Not probably worth it. Way better to get a coin, card. And at least see what the card is. I guess that is a case where curiosity may cause you to make a mistake when a guaranteed bomb very often does completely trump a random card. and my range is fairly far. How far is it? Yeah. We're 2 bars away from max, and you can definitely see how if your range is at max, you're doing a full screen at that point width. Of course, there are double wide rooms, so it's still very possible that you aren't able to shoot all the way across the room like you can with laser beams. We're not having enough of a struggle to justify using Krampus's head anyways. This might be slightly difficult. Like, we're gonna have a situation where we're gonna try and kill these guys fairly quickly, even from a very far distance. It seems like that's working fairly well. Then they just kind of don't have an attack pattern that can hurt you. Okay, so I could fly in there for Hanged Man. That would be silly too. This is also the last shop, so it would just be all arcades at this point. We know that's not going to be a 2 of things. Yeah, it's just a magician. We'll come back and get that. Okay. So we can blow up this. And that didn't give us any coins. So yeah, we probably don't need a battery. We don't have any room for hearts. We can't buy anything else. We could buy bombs. But obviously, just put it all in the donation machine. Ooh, whoops. I was thinking I was gonna gamble. Well, since I'm not gonna gamble, what we'll do is blow up those guys. So Hanged Man to fly, to then blow up this character. And that gives us a coin and bomb back. And then blow up this character while blowing up as many rocks as possible. I could have taken the soul heart, but we'll pick that up on the way back. We roll back this direction, roll back this direction, roll back this direction, pick up the magician's card, come back up here. And unless something was going to unlock at 333, we still are significantly far away from a 400 coin and way far from 500, 600, 700, 900, and 999. Which, yeah. I don't know. I don't think the credit card is going to let you. That was the wrong time to pull the head. There. I could have very easily won in one hit without taking any damage. Well, we might avoid red heart damage, but nope. I feel like I'm not quite warmed up enough. Okay. I think Brimstone is arguably what we would want. Unless we're going to try for Guppy. Maybe you take both. I don't think we have anything that is Guppy otherwise. Yeah, let's do this. This and this. And boom. And we'll see if that splits when it hits something into multiple Brimstones with the Parasite. Or if I just got Brimstone and sacrificed health for no good reason. Like, yeah. May have made a mistake there. Either that or these are way more difficult characters than they normally are. Okay, Cards Against Humanity. There's a gambling spot. Yep. I think, yeah, we should probably wait and see if we can find a golden key. I think part of the thing to consider if you're going to get Brimstone is what is your shot speed to build up to it. Because it does seem like if your shot speed is low, it won't actually benefit you. This very possibly was not the room to do that. I'm gonna just assume that there's not gonna be another bigger room for this. And Brimstone will clear out these poops real easily, which may be a bad thing because that might actually reduce your odds of getting something. Yep. And when you get a floor like this, it's all about the idea of a Jera. Doubling the coinage here would be very interesting, even if it is just going to be used for still having that dead zone issue. Even if it would just be used... Oh, there's the petrified poop. Which will take that instead of Juice's tongue. And you can immediately see a much higher rate of return. Yep, gambling on the gambling machine, on the wheel, slot machine. Can give you soul hearts. I guess we'll search the rest of the floor first before we come back to that. And then there it just teleported me somewhere completely different. Yeah, I'm getting Curse of the Maze. Okay, I don't think at this rate the odds are high for a golden key. We might also give some consideration to just looking for a secret room, which it seems like it's here. I don't know if Brimstone actually does more or less damage. The closer you are, he probably does more. Just because the closer they are, the quicker. It definitely does more when you have tiers. Okay, well. See if the secret room is here. It is. I think at this point we have enough bombs to not really worry about wasting them. I think we have probably enough keys to not worry about that. Super secret rooms, if they are going to be anywhere. And you can check for one here. Challenge room. Lucky foot, luck up. Well, it does seem like we're about to gamble a lot, so wouldn't make sense. It's a little weird that Chewie seems to always appear on the right, so there's always this argument to be on the left for that second spawning in. And there really aren't that many variations of these challenge rooms. Like, seems like you always get Chewie, which just maybe that's an indication that we have not unlocked as many characters on that tier of boss yet. We don't get Monstro too often. What this oddly highlights is, as we're starting to get kind of overly familiarized with the possible enemy combinations, is it shows that there is just a massive amount of variety needed for a game like this, and that's probably true for a lot of games. I wouldn't be surprised if most games have significant percentages of content that what most players won't even see. If a troll bomb happened, I wouldn't have any way to adjust for that. Borderlands is kind of a great example of that, where you have 4 players before you even throw in the DLC characters, and those 4 playable RPG character classes. Oops. Of which you'll maybe play 2, and then by that point you probably would want to move from Borderlands 1 to Borderlands 2, and then you have 4 slightly different character classes that you would play as before they add DLC to add more characters, of which you'll probably only play 2. Alright, so bomb here for super secret room. It's a red heart, which won't help us any. It's a key here that it's probably not worth getting. We didn't find a Jera, so we'll take all the coins. And ideally what you would want to run into, I could sacrifice myself a whole bunch. Yeah, I think there might be an argument for that. Yeah, ideally you would just want an arcade, and the arcade having a donation machine in it. So you could dump 41 coins into it. Instead of potentially gambling here for $1 to then try and put $1 into a donation machine that more than likely would not actually ever accept $1. Notice how, oops, it got me stuck on the other side of it. So if this spawns a troll bomb or a fly, I'm taking damage. There's no way around it. The only thing I can hope is that the machine itself just blows up. There you go. So we got $1. I don't think we can hit that key, which just got stuck in the rocks. Okay, well, if I lose 2 soul hearts in the next in the boss fight here, then I guess I'll come back and try and sacrifice, and we'll just have a major challenge and thought around these guys are gonna break free and become nightmares if I'm not careful. Yeah. Yeah, we should have used this earlier, way earlier. Hey, the magician does give homing to Brimstone. Shot speed and damage up. Helpful, certainly. Okay. So, ideally, we want to get all the rooms empty. So, any journey to go to the left here to get hearts, we should take that first, so we don't have to walk back this direction. I probably should trade a bomb for a key, come to think of it. Blowing up rocks and getting a key when I have 11 bombs. It's not a bad move. Yeah, that's not something I want. This will be an interesting experiment to at least, like, tell us. We'll look for pills. I'm not really looking for tinted hearts. If anything, I've given up on that thought. Particularly in the womb. Yeah. You find a nice spot here, you can put a bomb and blow up as many rocks as possible. Take that key. Curse of the Maze is messing me up. We'd already done that room. Stat-wise, we have the range up, we need the damage up. Speed and shot speed could go up, certainly, too. Luck-wise, yes, maybe if we can get something really lucky, but what we're really looking for here would be a teleportation to the deal with the devil, or deal with the angel, ideally. Or a again, we can put a bomb here and trade for a key. Yeah. Yeah, we're either looking for a pedestal item that changes things drastically, or a teleportation to the angel or devil room. And we probably have enough to start thinking about blowing up maybe these rocks with the X's on them, some of which sometimes are tinted rocks. There is in Repentance a rock that, so we have like 2 health left, 2.5 health left, so we could do 3 and that would put us fine. 1, 2, 3, and let's just do 4. Yeah, it definitely feels like it just pays out that first time, and only that first time, as far as the sacrifice room. Like, it doesn't feel like there's any chance whatsoever of any other reward. And that may just well be the case with Rebirth, and it's not until you get to Afterbirth or Afterbirth Plus or Repentance that there's actual chances of bigger rewards. We can still win here against It Lives. Donation machine, please. Ooh, good. So this may take a while, but this will totally be worth it if we can put all 99 cents in there. Nope. Yeah, and I don't even know what you do with $2 bill machines. What we would want, since that's a pedestal item, is if we could get the change rune, we'd want to change that to something else. I forgot for a second there I had the Brimstone. Oh man. Oh. Lucky toe. Alright, well I just wrecked myself standing on red glowing blood. Alright. Well, again, that possibly got us some more items. We are starting to get a point here where we're not seeing more than 3 boxes in a row that are question mark boxes. So, except for at the later parts where probably have to do something to unlock those. We of course didn't get any new endings. I don't think we even unlocked any new secrets. So where are we? What challenges? I don't think we've done Suicide King, so let's do this one. Alright. So we have a pill, we have the mirror, we have big explosions, and we have Ipecac. Okay, I see what we're doing here. You have fire, and it goes towards you. So, if you, for instance, wanted to try and blow up a wall, you probably shouldn't try. The good news is it does do damage on contact, and you have an extra life, which I don't know where the extra life is coming from. Okay. it has an arching effect to it. So you have to be kind of below the enemy. Interesting. This is just so dangerous. So incredibly dangerous. Like, so yeah, for trying to blow up bombs and things, we should do that. That was not a guaranteed full health on the pills. Probably is worth it to check for like a super secret room here. And then that helps. We can also, I guess, take on a sacrifice room or cursed room. So dangerous. It's like this challenge is specifically designed to tell you you're not going to get a you're not going to get a clean run. Let's go ahead and grab this. Secret room, possibly here. Or secret room, possibly there. Or secret room, possibly here. If I put one here, we can blow up that. And if I put one here, we can blow up that one. Then we can do this, 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 this. Full health. Okay, good. So is there a reason to go into a store? No. All of a sudden my character is really small. 48-hour energy. Now my character is really big. What would be making... Is that what Touch Fuzzy Get Dizzy does? Is it makes you smaller or larger randomly in each room? If I had more bombs, there'd be an argument to just trying to blow up a bunch of rocks and getting an item. If I had more control, there'd be an argument to using the Ipecac. Let's just hit this guy and make sure we get every shot we shoot, and we are mostly out of the way of every shot we shoot. I'm not seeing anything in this specific challenge, though, that seems too crazy. And since it's not, like, stopping your tears or anything, you could break out of this fairly easily just getting your standard dice room. Or just getting enough items to change this up. If you found the one item that I think exists that makes you immune to your own explosions, then at that point you would be perfectly safe. Cube of Meat actually could play a major role in a run like this, because I could use it instead of attacking. Yeah, we have an argument for going into the boss fight now. I guess if you're gonna take damage, though, you're also probably going to not get deals with the devil, deals with angel, which may lock you into a challenge like this more often. Alright, spiders, soul hearts, soul hearts. Just be really careful and take that. It's a little weird you get soul hearts in the deal with the devil rooms. You'd think it would probably be all black hearts, but I guess that's a factor of, I don't think soul hearts, I think soul hearts were fairly early in the game, if not in the original version of Isaac, whereas black hearts may have been added in like Wrath of the Lamb, or I don't even know if there was any DLC between the original Isaac and Wrath of the Lamb, or if that was it. My Joker card would not play on this floor, but it would play on other floors. Jeez, those are just like 2 rooms begging you to hurt yourself. There is a tinted rock in this room, so if you could fly, you could get that. Yeah, I think we take this with us. I don't think we've got anything else unless we just want to go into the shop. The problem with going into the shop is that either we're going to fight greed, or, which I guess we have enough keys to find out, we were going to either fight greed, or we were going to end up not being able to afford anything. So we'll hit that. Oh, I don't have any bombs. Well, this puts us in an awkward position. Where do we think the secret room is? Alright, so you want to stand about right here. Now you've got to stand about here to test for a secret room. Right, fire and run. I'm just hoping that that is hitting the location well enough. Fire and run. Yeah, it seems like you need to be about here, but you need to go back. Yeah. Well, See, and this is just a really weird setup. Certainly to potentially have to try and figure out whether you can get good at this kind of challenge when you're almost never going to have this kind of challenge again. Alright, blow up those guys. Just be careful not to shoot stray shots. Alright, so I guess what you're looking for now would be super secret rooms. I don't think the touch fuzzy get dizzy probably ends up with you being able to have Stompy and step on rocks. Yeah, alright, so where could the super secret room be otherwise? I did it the safe way with the bombs. That didn't work. Yeah. Stand right about here. Yeah. A different trinket would be interesting. I don't know if I want to take the tick. 25% of its damage. Alright, Wheel of Fortune. Great. Well, you know what we do? We hit this and then run this way. I don't know if any of these Wheel of Fortune machines have any kind of internal buffer element that would say, oh, you've played this specific wheel this many times. It's more likely to pay out. So you might be just as well off. Let's not bomb that into us. Switching between two separate machines. Oh, you gotta be about here, I think. A little bit further. You might not be capable of actually blowing this up. You have to... Alright. Well, it's not worth it. Obviously, it's not worth it. So... yeah, nothing else that can be grabbed. Nothing else can be done here. Can't blow up the statue. It would be funny if we do unlock something simply because we've beaten Satan 10 times. And I've just not been particularly focused towards that goal. Oh man, you're gonna have to get so good at shooting these things. Catacombs 1, Emperor, sure. Take it before we take any more damage. Couple soul hearts. In we go. Alright, well, Sweet Suffering is great. Now every time I hurt myself, I can possibly get a coin of some sort, I think. Seriously? We have no coins, so there's no reason to go into the fight room. Yeah. More and more these spider rooms are either going to come down to just use the cube of meat or get your shot perfectly. One or the other. Because there's just no rooms for mistakes here. And I don't think I'm going to hold out for Jaras or any outlier possibilities. Nice. Flat penny, I believe, gives us keys. With every coin. Let's go ahead and do that. That was balls of steel. I was hoping it was balls of steel. Sweet Suffering doesn't seem like it's paying out. Maybe it doesn't pay out on soul hearts and only pays out on red heart damage. If that's the case, then probably wasn't worth the trade. Here we have a rune, so if this does turn out to be Jera, that's gonna be funny. Bertho changes a platform item. Meanwhile, this is 48-hour energy, so if we could get a charged pedestal item, it would be in a very good spot. To the point where it might make sense to try shooting something here just to potentially have it blow up these mushrooms. Probably not. It's just going to be a big waste of time. Should be an item room somewhere around here. Let's go ahead and put a big bomb here. And then I guess you put a big bomb here. All that would do is give you more coins. And yes, it does give you keys. I thought it did. We also put a bomb here so that we can come into this. Go ahead and take that. Might as well. Well, actually, no, there's a decent argument to not have taken the dark arts until later. Okay. So, Soul Heart, then we pop Pertho, and then it gives us Steam Sail instead, which then can give us a question mark pill. What else do we have? Like, I think it was a 48-hour energy up above, so unless we were just gonna look for super secret room, which we should do. What could it be? We could look for mushrooms. So super secret room could be here, or it could be here, or it could be here. And I think your odds imply that it's most likely to be here. No. Let's shoot here and see if we can convince this to hit this wall, since that seems like that's a fairly free. There we go. That was a fairly free and open area, so yeah, 48-hour energy. We're in Catacombs 1, so we'll go into the fight with whatever this pill is. We'll pop the pill, see what it does. Then we come back and get the Joker card, I guess. And maybe make another deal with the devil. Although, at this point, it kind of needs to be a deal with the angel. Yeah, we really wouldn't have any more coins. Let's range up. Luck up. Okay. Speed down. Good to know. And it's probably telling that I didn't realize I had already fought the bad guy on this floor. Okay. So the next floor, I think, is the last floor, right? Nope, nowhere close. Yeah. Alright, so if we hit that, I don't really see a scenario where you get really lucky on something like that, but I did, so whatever. Am I immune to my own blast at this point, or something weird going on? Sweet Suffering helped me. Balls of Steel will help me. Come on. This definitely feels like one of those challenges where it's trying to train you to not wreck yourself or not stay in the same place too long. Alright, Gertie being a large number of health. Yeah. I'm not surprised I wasn't able to defeat this without taking several hits of damage. That being said, right now if we can get just the head of Krampus, that would be great. Darn it. There might be an achievement for defeating Krampus without taking any damage. But I very possibly have already done that. Anyways. So our damage is at the maximum. So you really can't expect anything more. We're, I suppose, looking for secret rooms, super secret rooms. I mean, there can't be a super secret room there. Could be one down there, but I doubt it. Could be a secret room up here, could be a secret room up there. I don't know if I shouldn't just be running. Just working my way towards the next floor. These would be difficult characters to justify fighting with the cube of meat. No flying, so we can't get the coins. And we don't have the head of Krampus or any charge items, so it's getting less reasonable. No secret room here, no secret room there. That eliminates a couple. I think I might know where it is. Is it worth it to try and hit poops? No. It is not. So we could try and bomb that to get that further past the spikes, but darn it. Not only did that take damage, it didn't even finish the room. And this is another example where you really shouldn't try for anything crazy as far as blowing up rocks. Unless you can see a tinted rock like I did there. Alright, well, we'll try this shot. I don't think it works this way. Well, it kind of works this way. If this guy could give us 3 guppy items, that would be crazy, but... Let's see. We'll hold on to 1 key. And then we'll bomb this guy. Okay. Bomb. Bomb for a bomb. Not a bad trade. Super secret room. I don't think it's too risky to look for. It could be over here, it could be in several places. We have enough for a 7-cent big ticket item, which could be keys, mom's key, which I think unlocks all chests, or gives you double the number of keys you get. Yeah, that I assume is about as good as it was gonna get. Yeah, I don't think I played too terribly there. But I do think we still have high opportunities for failure with this challenge. I probably should have shown off some of the other challenges a little bit more instead of just showing bits. Like, it's very possible we did one run of some of these challenges and then I played them off screen. And I probably should have given them 2 or 3 attempts. The thing that's not happening here, and you would really like to see it, is to have the challenges be particularly artificially shorter. Like just half as many rooms on each floor, no items, no shops. Just, you've got to play it as if with the items we started with, and there's no item drops, no changes, no variety. While that might be very boring, it also would make a lot of sense. Like when you do a challenge in a collectible card game, for instance, they give you 1 round of the collectible card game to usually win with 4 cards, maybe 8 cards, maybe 9 cards, compared to an actual game of any collectible card game, which is probably going to be 15 to 20 rounds with your opponent also playing. I don't know if I can hit this. Yeah, I can, but then I can't pick it up. Interesting. I don't know if it's worth it to go in there for that. Pertho, so we can change a pedestal item again. Cool. Yeah, I could definitely see the challenge is just not having sacrifice rooms, for instance, as I don't think any scenario where that would have been the right move, or even what they wanted to really tempt you with. Yeah. I could see an idea where challenges start from the base of you have 4 rooms, 3 of which are item rooms, and 1 is the boss room. And you just go up, down, north, south, and the challenge is how do you pick up, which item do you pick up in each of the 3 item rooms to help you, versus which items do you not pick up. Or something on that line of thinking. This is going to be fairly deadly. Okay. We're on Necropolis 1, which means we can go in here, take on the adversary. I'm not sure I've succeeded with the adversary a lot of times. Maybe we don't get rid of the darkness until we take out the adversary first. Like, his strength might actually literally come from fewer flames in the room. I don't think that's the case though, because he is not consistently in rooms with flames. Are we gonna do cube of meat, or are we gonna just goof around here? Alright. I didn't play the Empress. Range up. Range up. Balls of steel. Question mark. Let's go ahead and go to the Joker room. And an orbital like that's not super useful, but it does let us maybe get a step closer to Guppy, which might be of value. Have enough keys to get into the shop, but no coins. And well, I guess I could have had Pertho in my hand. I could have done that with Mom's pills also. So I guess we're looking for a pedestal item now. Otherwise we'll go in there and we'll see if Pertho changes chests the way it changes pedestal items. This is going to be a nightmare scenario. I think the spike is literally hitting the spike was, I think, literally hitting the enemy and yet not doing any damage to it, because probably never programmed them to interact. Although there's nope. Yeah, none of these spiked blocks ever hurt any of the enemies, do they? They just push them around. Alright, well, I'll take Matchstick even though I don't know what it does. Probably don't need it. Well, I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Because if I think about it, the ability to get more keys might have some value. Go ahead and take those. I don't think there's going to be any reason why we wouldn't. Go ahead and take that. Troll bombs. Secret rooms, super secret rooms. We have enough bombs for that. Massive amount of stuff. But with the one caveat of staying in this room. How important is it to get one key coin? Yeah. We'll take the flat penny. We should have used the flat penny while picking up all those coins. Secret room could be down here, but I think there's a decent chance it's here. Suppose if I manage to get through this whole fight with this level of success, it would highlight that this is not as challenging of a run or a challenge as it would seem at first. So we go in here, we place that, it does nothing, so it doesn't change chests, which wouldn't have done anything for us anyways. Then, because we now see that that wasn't going to give us a pedestal item anyways, I think the odds were pretty much zero that was going to be the way it played out. This is terrible because these guys move by jumping and then leave the red creep. So I have to shoot where I think they're going to be, not where they actually are. I guess we desperately want to shop now. We want to get back to where that pill was. Where is it? Here it is. Jera. Okay. Let's go ahead and drop our item. And this is going to be a little risky, but we're going to go back and grab some other items. Darn it. Grab the matchstick. Darn it. It's just not even worth it to go through the room that's that big of a mess. Drop these items. Is there enough of an argument for doing this? I think there is. Volcano. Two of diamonds. Wow, this is going to be our first "you've just pulled it off" thing. Run. What? Particularly one that I get to show off. Means we're gonna have to come over here and gamble. Alright. Super secret room. Just in case there's pills. Super secret room. We can go ahead and just pick that up. Since that doesn't matter. Let's go in here. Blow up this. Well, the problem now would be if I bring everything into this room and take the dry baby, this would double the items, but I don't know if it doubles the items in the shop to be the same thing. Although I don't know if that's the case with the other one either. You know what? I just don't think it's worth the time. So I'm gonna take broken watch and the bomb, and we'll take this also since we have no item. And then we're going to gamble with the rest of the coins. If we can get a trinket or item that we can take to the other room, that's fine. We can spend a coin here to see if that gives us a... We'll spend a key to see if it gives us a coin. That didn't give us enough. So we'll take that and get the pill. One more card. One more pill. Okay. So Jared doubles everything, so we then do this. And that doubles everything except for the pedestal item. Interesting. So we now need to know what this pill does. That's tears up. That's tears up. That's bad gas. That gives you flies and spiders. Just take that. This doubles your coinage. This doubles your coinage. So this would double your coinage and this would double your coinage. Is there anywhere we could go to get more coins? More flies, more spiders. It didn't double the trinkets. Interesting. Alright, so if we do this, that gives us 2, and then that gives us 4, and that gives us 8, and that gives us 16. Not great, but not terrible. That was hardly a game-breaking doubling, and I didn't check to see if there's a secret room here. Oh, we had already found the secret room, so yeah, we're fine with that. Could have been a card there, but we don't want to pick that up. We could have done a couple of these. I think we want the Empress anyways. So I could have played a little bit better with the chair, but take note that wasn't game breaking by any means. We still have quite a far distance to go. Of course, this might be game breaking. The Fool and a coin. Yeah, we goofed around enough that I forgot what items we have. Our damage is at the max, so in that final battle, there is an argument to pull the trigger like crazy on the left trigger item and see if that can just take out It Lives very quickly and easily. There is almost an argument here to try and rush out of fights too. Two of spades pulls your keys. Well, unless we find a key beggar, that is probably not going to play a role. Yeah, that wasn't even worth blowing up because I wouldn't have been able to get any soul hearts in that room anyways. I don't know if Broken Watch actually helps you that much. Come to think of it, with this kind of setup, it may be a hindrance as much as a help. Let's try that again. I could have sworn this would have been the secret room, but clearly it's not. And we're on Necropolis 2. So Oh, there's a path down this way. I didn't even see that. It's the pins. We could lose here. Yeah, shooting downward seems to not shoot anywhere as far as shooting upwards. So you're kind of limited in your firepower. Alright, well, we've got plenty of keys, so we might as well see what's in here. And we'll just safely blow up that. Yeah, I think you take the soul heart. I don't think there's as good of a reason to take the secret room plans. We can find those on our own with infinite bombs and yeah, work it out that way. See, I imagine you just have to fire right about there if that was where the secret room was. Fire right about there. That was where the secret room was. Alright. The only thing we need to kill here is that one poop. And now the flies. There might not be a secret room on this floor. Here we've got the creep guys again. I just really don't want to take damage Yeah, if I can just avoid taking damage and getting to the boss fight and then hoping that we can do a massive amount of damage. Now, there is one thing about the penny in the toaster item in that it doesn't hurt flying creatures, so it may literally do no damage to it lives at all. It may just like hit the eyeballs. That are on the ground. Come on. Alright, we have enough bombs to look for a secret room, super secret room without risking our life, so let's do that. Eternal Heart. Probably not playing any role. So the secret room couldn't be here, so it couldn't be here. We've already had tested for there. At least I think we did. Secret room could be there. Oh, we already found the secret room, didn't we? Never mind. Well then, what we'll do is we'll take the Empress. We will come this direction. We'll blow up this. We'll blow up this. See if it gives us a card. And we'll blow up this. Yeah, I think that's our best case scenario. I don't think we've got any other options, any other chances. So we jump into the boss fight, we pop the card Emperors. Then we pull the left trigger and see if it hurts them a whole bunch, and we avoid damage while we're doing that. Oh, this is Mom. Wow, are we nowhere close? Alright, well, you know what? We can defeat Mom safely and easily doing that. Because Mom is on the ground, at least some of her is. Sweet. We've broken out of it. At least somewhat. This is gonna suck because we're gonna... Well, we've been going 3 hours too, I just realized. We're gonna get... I think... Very, very... Alright, we are now safe. Great. No longer Ipecac. I don't know why Ipecac was still working there, but yeah. We are at Brimstone, so if we can get from Womb 1 to Womb 2 with Brimstone and a ridiculously small amount of health. Doesn't feel like our damage is particularly high. Ooh. Yeah, I think reset our damage. Well, we bought safety at a very high price there with that damage exchange. I should pop the left trigger item if I'm at risk. Got the full card if we need to pop that. We don't have enough bombs to be looking for parts, unfortunately. Still dealing with the dead zone issue. Yeah, for the most part, you just want the boss. Like, there's not a lot, particularly in this challenge, that we could expect to get or see from playing more thoroughly. I do have a little bit of poison damage. But yeah, I would need something like the cube of meat or something that increases damage and increases health to really feel safe and secure with this. Otherwise we are going to just fly by the seat of our pants for the next 2 floors. Unless we have a rage growing situation, and I guess if we did have a rage growing situation, then maybe at that level. Like, we could walk through a floor to increase our damage for the final boss fight. Not sure if using the penny in the toaster would have helped there. Guess we can use a full card. Let's just full our way out of that. Because I don't really have a desire to try and take on. Alright. Well, that was our one extra life. I didn't realize we had an extra life. I guess we take this. I need to shoot just from the side because of the dead zone issue. Okay, that exploded. Secret room's probably not there. Super secret room's probably not there. Secret room might be here. Okay, there's no shops on this floor, so we're looking for potential super secret room in a pattern that looks very odd and feels like it would be very hard to find. Yeah. So that's Suicide King as a challenge, and I'll play that off screen. We are slowly closing the wedge here definitely, because there's just like, we've already shown off Waka Waka. We've already shown off Family Man. Maybe we didn't play Family Man all the way through, so I guess we'll try and play that. But we need something unlocked to unlock number 11 still. So there's still some item or character to unlock. Our win streak is at -5 for whatever that matters. We kind of just need to play as Magdalene, unless we just want to start saying, hey, can we get this, can we get to the Lamb as Cain, can we get to the Lamb as Judas, instead of just trying to focus on Blue Baby and succeeding there all the time. Can we get to It Lives, or can we get to Satan? Yeah, some of these challenges also would have been easier. Beating Mom's Heart would have been so much easier before Mom's Heart turned into It Lives. So if I was to do an Eden run, I don't know if I fight Mom's Heart or if I fight It Lives until I've done 10 consecutive kills with that specific character. That's how it probably should work, is that you would have had to have 10 kills with Isaac before It Lives shows up, 10 kills with Magdalene before it shows up, but it doesn't seem like that's really the case. The wedge definitely feels smaller, where the only real progress that can be made, it seems, is either by beating lots of things with the Blue Baby, or by filling up the shop donation machine. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.